Take it from a vet, that's a rookie-ass mistake, ayy.
Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we'll take a look at how modern women claim to manipulate men, from the one who says you should never date ugly men, to the one who advises leaving behind bare minimum guys. We want you to smash that like button, help us reach our goal of 1,000 likes on this video, and subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment with your experience and wisdom. We always pin the best comment for the community. And a heartfelt thank you to everyone supporting this project through Super Chat. All right, let's get started.
Okay, I'm giving you a list of things that you should expect from any guy that you're dating or even talking to. Number 1, the 2-week rule. They should take you on a planned date within the first 2 weeks of talking. Because if they're truly invested, they won't want to waste their time or your time. And they will plan something because they want to impress you. Number 2, they will treat you the same in all different situations and in front of all different people. Number 3, a very simple one. They should come to the door when they pick you up. We're not doing any of that texting here shiz. I think this is 4. I've got a long list. Again, an easy one. They'll want you to text you when you get home to know that you're safe. 5, they will naturally stop liking and commenting on other girls' posts. Also, remove pictures with any ex-romantic relationships from their social media. Numero 6, you will never have to compete with time over boy time. 7, they'll introduce you to their family within the first couple months. Family's a big deal. 8, they will sincerely take interest in the things that make you you. Number 9, they will be protective, but not crazy. They do not own you. 10, we're almost done. They will respect your boundaries, mainly sexually. 11, you should never have to question their loyalty or their feelings. And very last one, this one's bonus points. It's my favorite thing that my fiance does, switching sides when you're holding hands so that they're the closest to the road. Gives me butterflies every single time. Don't forget your worth. We want that old type of love. Don't take any bullshiz. If they want to, they will. The end.
I have to say, not everything she said is bad, but it seems like what she's really looking for is a simp at her feet. A man who does all that in less than 3 months is a man who reeks of desperation. And as any experienced man knows, that doesn't work. If you look too hungry, you don't eat. I always say, relationships or situations go in the direction set by the man, at the pace set by the woman. Never try to make things official too quickly if she's not pushing for it. Don't try to make her your girlfriend too soon, because that'll scare her off. If you lead calmly, you'll win her over.
You gotta train men the same way that you would train children, and you need to focus on positive reinforcement. That means you don't react if he does something you don't like. You remove your attention. You remove your awareness from him. He doesn't exist anymore. You go back to whatever it is that you want to do. When he does something good, it depends on what it is that he did, okay? If he bought you flowers, oh my gosh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. They're lovely. You don't make a big deal out of it. This is normal. He buys you a car. Oh my God, you take such... I love you. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm going to take you home. Okay? I'm going to ride you too. Okay? You need to literally have levels of reaction. When he does something that you don't like, let's say, I don't know, he said he was going to plan a date and he didn't do it. When he reaches out to you, you don't respond the way that you usually would respond. You're not mean. You're not rude. You're not disrespectful. If he's like, hey, sorry, I got busy and whatnot, or he's pretending that like whatever, you just, first of all, you give it time, space. You don't respond immediately. Then after that, you go ahead and you say, hey, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Blah, 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 blah. I gotta go get to a call. Okay. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. I gotta go take care of myself. I gotta go cook. I'll talk to you later, okay? You don't go off on them. You remove your attention. He calls you. What's wrong? Oh, nothing. I'm sorry I didn't. Oh, it's fine. Okay, well, can we reschedule? That'll depend. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of not interested now. Like, you said that you were going to plan it and you didn't. It's just unattractive to me. So, I don't know. Right now, I'm not feeling it. So, I'm going to go ahead and just do me. All right. Now they're like, what? Fuck, how do I get her attention back? Okay. If you're not exclusively together, first of all, no boyfriends. Okay. I can go into that. Boyfriends are a scam. If you're not together, then you really owe him nothing. Okay, go get you another man. Go talk to your other man from the roster. Go out with your friends. Go take your cat out. Go take your dog out. Do whatever. Remove your attention. He's not the center of the universe. You should be repulsed and unattracted to a man who does not follow up. You should always think, when he does things that I like, I'm attracted to him. When he doesn't do things that I like, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. That's unattractive to me. I will literally text that to men.
This woman is a gold digger, extremely manipulative. That whole, today I reward you if you do what I say and punish you if you don't, thing is classic narcissistic behavior. And that narcissistic mindset is what drives many modern women. The problem is that a lot of insecure men fall for this game. But a man who respects himself walks away the moment he smells manipulation without looking back. Because she makes it clear, I don't owe you anything. That's why she doesn't want a boyfriend. Because a commitment would mean loyalty. She doesn't want to belong to one man. She wants to be available to everyone. And when a woman talks like that, she's not showing independence. She's showing that she's not wife material, just something temporary.
Women.
Here are 3 signs you have a minimum effort boyfriend. The third one is kind of a weird one, but trust me, it's a sign. Number 1, you have to plan everything all the time. They're happy to go along with whatever you do, but they're never the one initiating plans, coming up with date ideas, or just generally suggesting anything. His love language is convenience. He'll do something sweet for you only if it fits into his schedule. He'll pick you up if it's on his way. He'll buy you a treat if he's already at the grocery store, but he'll never really go out of his way to do anything for you that you specifically want. He'll just do things that work with what he's already doing for himself. And the third one is he's super emotionally available and open when you get upset or threaten to leave him. This is like the most toxic cycle ever, but he's emotionally unavailable and closed off. You tell him that you're not having it. Suddenly, he's the best boyfriend ever for like 3 days. Deep conversations, emotionally available, and then he goes back to normal. You know that he can do it. He can be emotionally available, open and honest. He's just choosing not to. Minimum effort. So I need to know, if you've ever had a minimum effort boyfriend, what were the signs?
Oh, hell no!
The so-called bare minimum man they talk about is nothing more than a man who's busy, focused on his work, and building something. The problem is they want the impossible, a top 20% man, successful and hardworking, but also a guy with no life, glued to his phone, available 24/7 to give them attention. That man doesn't exist. The money they enjoy doesn't fall from the sky. It comes from hours of effort, business, and discipline. And that's where many of them fail. They can't handle the process. They leave the man who could have given them stability because he was too busy and end up in the arms of Chad, the guy texting them all day. The same Chad who's only in it for fun, gets them pregnant, and then disappears. That's the reality. They choose instant gratification, even if it ends in disaster, instead of walking alongside a man on the path to success. And in the end, they lose the best thing they could have had, just because they lacked patience.
What men won't tell you, but mommy will. Based on 37 years of dating and dating horribly. We just got to 50K. I'm a little bit over now, but you guys asked for a special series, and here it is. Only in this past year have I learned to date correctly using all my previous experience and becoming, well, evil. And the boys love it. So part 1. First thing I'll tell you is this, and I want you to take this with you to your grave, girl. Women will sacrifice pleasure in order to please their man. Men will sacrifice their entire family for their pleasure. And if you don't believe me, ask any SA worker, okay? Ask any midnight ballerina. Men will go in there risking everything, their money, their time, their family, for a few hours of their pleasure. while your little tush is sitting at home taking care of the kids, cooking, cleaning, being his freaking assistant, okay? No. This is why I'm always telling you to be selfish, like a man. If he's not paying your bills, that's not your man. If he's going out for all hours of the night, that's not your man. He will sacrifice everything, okay, if he really wants to be with you, including his pleasure. But most men won't do this, so you shouldn't either. I love you. Come back for part 2.
I don't think that experience is doing you much good because you're still single at 37. So clearly, something's not working. I agree that a man who sacrifices his family for pleasure is a fool. But this whole narrative of always blaming men is the easy way out. What you never mention is that the only constant in all your relationships is you. And the more you blame others, the more obvious it becomes that you haven't learned a thing. At 23, you could afford those mistakes. At 37, you can't. Now, all that's left is bitterness and a permanent spot on the wall. Because the wall doesn't forgive.
All right, here's a list of men that you should never date. And I'm going to make this kind of short without much explanation. Number 1, the ugly man. Okay, if you're a pretty girl, don't go for the ugliest man. They're not going to treat you better. In fact, they're going to treat you much worse. Because men have egos, and they're going to make sure that you are aware of that ego when they know that you are out of their league. Okay, number 2, the old man. If you are not above the age of 25, do not date old. They are not more mature. And you are not more wise beyond your years and need a older man. Okay, because if an older man was mature, he'd be dating somebody his own age. Number 3, tall men. Tall doesn't, they never did anything to get that height in their life. Okay, tall doesn't mean anything in this world except they're tall and attractive looking. They're usually very boring, actually. Yeah. Number 4, the man who's always working on themselves. Okay, that's code for I'm broke. Okay, they're broke. Number 5, they have a bad relationship with their mother. Those men are cheaters.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Brothers, so because I'm tall, does that mean I don't deserve my height just because I didn't do anything to earn it? Seriously, where do women come up with this stuff? The only thing we can take from everything she said is that she's had a pretty diverse menu of men since she was young. At least she's tried a bit of everything. Now, here's my question. If she's ruling out the tall guy, the older guy, the unattractive one, the man working on himself, and the one who doesn't have the best relationship with his mom, then what kind of man is she even looking for? The neighborhood drug dealer? Some woke guy? What's the next item on her menu? Because she just ruled out around 60% of men. And that kind of talk reveals the real problem. It's not that there's a lack of men. It's that there's an excess of unrealistic expectations.
Spilling all of the detailed tea on that breakup and how it changed my life. So here's another one, why not? So I was once in a year-long relationship when I was very young with a narcissist. Someone who loved-bombed me, manipulated me, trauma-bonded with me. Obviously, I didn't know what any of that was at the time. I've spoken about this briefly before, especially in my book, Buy Yourself the Damn Flowers, which is right here. So I want the point of this story to be a little bit different. The point being, when I was with this person, I was so infatuated with him and I placed him on a pedestal and I thought he was the coolest person in the world. So not only did I alter parts of myself to make him want to be with me more and make me seem more attractive, but I centered my entire universe around him. My most exciting plans of the week was going on dates with him. My most exciting part of the day was being on the phone with him. Even if he was the most perfect fucking person in the world, I should not have been doing all of that. Nobody deserves that from you. That is not necessary. And this is why I always say it's so important to have your own world and to have your own things that you love outside of your partner, regardless of how amazing they are, even if you guys are married and have kids. Because especially in that relationship with that person, my story ended in 2 years of trying to get over that person and not being able to because I made them my entire world. And in a year where I could have been doing more self-discovery and more self-love, everything about me was tied to another person, and that person wasn't even good for me. And again, it's not about whether the person is good for you or not. Sometimes breakups happen so unpredictably. Sometimes you need some time alone. Sometimes you're just not aligned with where you are right now. And so you always need that safe space to return to no matter what. That's why I make it such a priority now to still go on my solo dates. I literally solo travel even though I've been with my partner for 3 years now and we live together, because I learned the hard way that the most important relationship you're ever going to have in your life is the one that you have with yourself. And that is exactly why I wrote a self-love book called Buy Yourself the Damn Flowers. Because once I started doing that for myself and taking myself on solo dates and loving myself and pouring that energy
that could have been spent obsessing over someone. Instead, obsessing over myself, I've become more confident, I've become smarter, wiser, I've leveled up my career because of it. My life is just so much smoother and more easygoing. And yes, I have the relationship, but this means I'm no longer attracting toxic people into my life, bad influences, toxic friendships, because I know who I am, what my standards are, and I will never, ever, ever expect even 1% less.
Always tell men is, never force it with a woman. When a woman likes you, she makes everything easy. She even says it herself. That man was her everything. Maybe he wasn't good for her, but when a woman is in love, brother, she treats you like a king. That's why I say it loud and clear, brothers. If everything with a woman feels complicated, if you have to beg, if you have to force it, that woman doesn't want you. Because when she truly likes a man, she opens every door and doesn't throw obstacles in his way. And if that man isn't you, it's not because of bad timing or because she's not ready. It's simply because she's not interested. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What do you think about women manipulating men? What's your take on being a bare minimum man? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from the wall.